Welcome back to your reading with Wise Oracle of the Light 1111. It's Brenda. Alright, I'm not gonna go into all of that jibber jabber. You know how I can get. I'm gonna just get straight into your reading. I'm not even going to go through rules and regulations or nothing like that. I'm just going to start getting into the cards, okay? I do have the Light Seers Tarot deck as well as the Starseed Oracle deck. Alright. Yes, y'all. I'm going to do a little bit of shuffling. Not too aggressively because I don't want to bend the cards. As well as I will cut the deck. I don't know, y'all. I had a good energy when I was, getting ready to do the reading, and then I'm shuffling and meditating through the cards, and I didn't like the energy that I was looking at. I'm not going to do that, y'all. There's too many cards. We'll just see what happens. But, I don't know, as I was shuffling and meditating through the deck, I, seeing cards, and this is how it happens. Random cards just start flying out of the deck, y'all. It's like, you want to speak on what? Activated Earth? Power places, ley lines, trust where you're led. This was one of the cards that came out through the shuffling before I started recording. Earth School, life lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning. Divine Feminine, even, yes, I'm going to direct the reading to Divine Feminine because that's where I feel like, most of my listeners are Divine Feminine. You're strong. We've said this over and over and over. But even though you're strong, you still have, like, doubt. I mean, none of us are perfect. And even though you've done all of this growth, soul growth stuff, even though you've learning karmic lessons and you will continue to learn karmic lessons, you still have I don't know how else to explain it, but a question mark. Like, what is really going on here? You've been single for a while and wait, it's not time yet. Things are being woven. Like, I feel like you want to rush into something. You. Not the other energy we would have been talking about the whole time, about this masculine energy. Your rushing is not... I don't even know how I want to explain it because you're so strong and you want to be physical and emotional healing. Like, there's I kind of want to say an emptiness, a void, basically. Like, you can take care of you. It's hard to explain. It's not, this is not materialistic. This is not what you're looking for, a materialistic kind of thing. Sure, it's nice to have all the nice things, but this is not what you don't want to, even though you're doing this by yourself and you're strong and you're independent and you can deep down inside, and you'll do this for as long as you have to, but deep down inside you don't want to. You want somebody that's gonna be like, let me help you. We know you're strong, but you need... It's hard to explain, y'all. And it's not like you're looking for a handout. That's not what this is about. I mean, as strong and independent as you are, you're not looking for charity, you know, this is different. I don't know how to explain it. I feel like maybe you think you might not be in the right spot. You know, if you're supposed to be, if you are where you're where if where you are is where you're supposed to be. But yeah, it is. You're divine feminine. Whatever choice you made, it's pretty much going to be the right choice. You always headed in the right direction. You're not trying to go backwards. You're not doing that. Your intent is always pushing forward. You're always willing to learn and soul grow. You know, you're not just trying to get materialistic stuff to grow. You know there's a soul growth. I mean, you are the star. Wherever you're at, whatever you're doing, however you might see this situation in your perspective, you have, you know, you're like, so like if you're in a group of people, you're the one that everyone's admiring and looking at in a jealous kind of way, you know, envious kind of way, because you are the star, you're the divine feminine. They can't hold a candle to the divine feminine. They could try. Might last them a day or two, but then they give up and they'll go right back to the toxic stuff they're in. You're not doing that. You are definitely where you should be. So you're trying to make a decision. Like, you definitely know you, divine feminine. I don't like the way these cards coming out. We trying to talk about divine feminine over here. Look at it. Somebody's being very secretive about and manifesting this divine feminine with the lovers. It's funny because it seems like you, divine feminine, you're mirroring your divine masculine. Okay, however, but divine mass is not doing anything. You aren't trying to manifest. If you and divine masculine don't end up together, you and whoever this fella is, you're okay with that. You get it. You're not gonna go crawl in a corner and beat your head up against the wall because y'all don't end up together. It is what it is. You've understood that. You took the lesson. You learned from it. And you're growing from it and moving on. And now you're trying to make a decision with whatever you're in right now, while they're trying to make a decision still with you, and you're like, la-di-da-di-da, I'm doing my thing. I'm trying to make decisions for whatever it is you're over there working on. I don't think that whatever this is that you're working on has anything to do with, because you're still focused on you. Well, this person's over here still focused on you and lying about it, keeping in this deceptive stuff. Doing la di da di da. They're over there doing la di da di da. You can't see how unhappy I am and how in love with someone else I am. And you're like la di da di da. I don't even see that that's even going on. You have no idea that this person's tripping right now. And in deception and lies. And it's not that you are being hateful about it. It's like, what are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do but move on? This you've learned a lesson. If you stayed in it, stuck in it, you wouldn't be moved on where you're at now. You'd still be stuck in that. So this person's stuck in whatever they're in because they won't face the truth. Like they're gonna manifest you. What? Sorry, y'all. This person's got me. You already know. Why dwell in it? Why dwell in it, right? Just get past that card and move on to the next. See what happens. Because him and all his crows and his cords. I mean, maybe he cut a couple cords here and there, but this fella's not really, y'all, he's not doing nothing. He's not. If you waiting on him to ring your phone, don't hold your breath. Look, it come back out. Holy smoly. And so did this one. What? I'm just trying to tell you. What you talk about, Willis? That's what I'm talking about right there. Just for you, Divine Feminine, it's hard to say, is this just one fella? One masculine energy? One divine masculine energy? There's many, many, many of them. And you are Divine Feminine. So this might not just be one masculine energy. You got the toxic masculine. You got the divine masculine. And it's not just one person. It's many. Many, many, many. It's many, y'all. And when they look at it, this star right here, the Divine Feminine, is like, oh, la, 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 la. You know? You still, I mean, the cups, is you got the 7 of cups there, you got the 9 of cups here, 9 of cups, I'd be so, ooh, I feel like you're doing some of this too, Divine Feminine, though, but not because of this, like, they're doing all of this because of what they stayed stuck in their shoulda, coulda, wouldas about you, while you're over here feeling this way. It's not about another person. This is something else. This is something else. I don't think you have your mind, your thoughts on a relationship. Like, I don't feel like that's the case. I mean, I'm sure you wouldn't turn it down, you know, but it has to. Like, you're not just gonna waste your time on petty stuff. You're not gonna be like that indecisive. Well, okay, you don't know what you want. I mean, you're giving me your phone number, and you know we're gonna only text. You don't never call somebody. Oh, you think I'm gonna call you? You the one gave me your phone number. I'm confused here. But you know, since you want to open up that can of worms and then put the brakes on, I guess I just should, you know, let you walk all over me and think I'm not going to pay attention to that these days. I'm not that person. I'm not going to look at this. I'm going to keep doing my thing until you give me a reason to believe I should look at you in such a light. Because I ain't seeing it yet. I'm focused on my own little light. Look. Oh. She's definitely feeling something. What you want to do, Divine Feminine? You've literally turned your back. Like if there was anything in your past that you might have looked at maybe a possibility, you're like, you're not doing it no more. Oh, I don't know, because you got the Nine of Cups, you got this first the Seven of Cups, then the Nine of Cups, then the freaking Eight of Cups, then the Ten of Cups. That's a lot of emotions here, y'all. A lot of waterwork kind of stuff, a lot of lovers kind of stuff. And it's not a whole lot of wands here, which makes me believe it's not just about a passion, sexual passion. It's more. There's a lot of cups here, y'all. And the fact that we still got the moon out. I mean, the moon, water, deceptions, lying. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm happy. Look at me and all my toxic stuff I'm in. I'm cool, I'm chill. Got all the materialistic crap. But looking at her, she's beautiful. Look, same energy. Same energy, y'all. That's Divine Feminine. She's grounded. She's a stable, non-toxic energy. I don't even think this Divine Feminine drinks. To put it lightly. She might have done, things, but she's walked away from so much. And that's what I feel like you've walked away from so much. You think I won't walk away from whatever this is you're trying to, but I don't know if that's always the answer to certain things. I don't know what this is. Or maybe this is you just making that final decision about and in some ways, like if this is your divine masculine and it is like your twin flame type, and the fact that you stopped it, like your energy is just not there anymore, and they felt it. They're gonna feel it, y'all. They may not know what the heck is going on with them and why they constantly thinking about you and this, that, and another. And I mean, this is constant that they're thinking about you, Divine Feminine. I mean, in their mind, they've already done what they've done, turned their back, but they're still there, which doesn't make, it's contradicting to me. Like, you're literally still there, but there's nothing there. Like Eight of Pentacles. Now, does Divine Feminine do stuff like... You don't have to do that, Divine Feminine. Like, people might even think of you as, like, a witch type. But you don't have to, because your belief isn't to sit there lighting candles and making potions and things like that. That's... If you believe that's how it works, then it will work that way, I guess. But you don't believe that you need the materialistic crap for karma. And it's not you doing magic, it's the fact that they don't understand how karma works and how you believe, and you know what you know, regardless of how anyone else thinks about it. You still believe, and you believe, and you know that karma comes back around and that they're going to get it when the cycle comes through. They will. You don't have to do the magic. You don't have to. You believe you have to, then you might have to. But you believe certain different things. You're not. That's why I sit here and say that this divine feminine is more of an ascendant master type divine feminine. She gets stuff that people will never have a clue about. And it makes it look like, did you put a spell on me? Did you put black? You don't have to. That's not how magic should have to work. I mean, it's not magic, it's karma. It's what they did to themselves, but they're not getting it because they think they're not a shitty person and they can go around treating people and there's no consequences that come back to you. And there is. You move on gracefully. You don't sit there and go vindictive. You don't be like, well, you know, you did this to me, so I must get you back. You don't do that. Because you believe in the cycle and karma and how it works. You understand it. You get it. You may not be like top-notch 100,000% get this universe and exactly how everything works, but you get some better idea than a lot of these people walking this planet are getting. You got that divine feminine. This is why it looks the way it looks to other people. They're like, you ain't lighting candles. You don't have to. You don't make potions. You're moving on and living your life. I feel like you finally took the last cord and cut it here. And whatever the past was that you might have actually... One cord. One. She's letting it go. She's letting it go. Shit on Ted. I feel like you might have some stuck energy on you right now. And for me, it's to do with your emotions. There's a lot of cups, a lot of the water stuff going on here. Yeah, this is swords. It's air energy. But she's in a boat in the water. More of that water stuff looking at me. Looks like it's raining. The struggles that you do it by yourself. You know, she's always by herself, getting herself through the struggles, through whatever. Still seeing cups. I feel like there's a sadness with the divine feminine that she's not showing anybody. That's what she's probably got her deception with, you know. Lying to herself, but she's a warrior, you know, she's strong. She wants to fight all the battles and stuff. But she's got a divine masculine who should be doing, I'm sorry, I was a little violent. I'm sorry. Who should be wanting to help her fight her battles. She don't need nobody to fight her battles. It's very clear. The divine masculine should understand that. She doesn't need. That's what makes him divine masculine. He understands that she doesn't need it. But it's just nice, you know. And she would want to help him fight his battles, you know, because she's strong. She wants to be there for her divine masculine, just like he should want to be there for her, but that's not what's going on here. Not at all. I mean, he's already, you looking like this, and this is his commotion, all that chaos. What's that? I mean, get it together, guys. No one's on the same page here. You're over here. What's going on here? Divine Feminine's like, look at it, all nice and, yeah, she's strong. No, King of Pentacles. You can't do that. What are you in reverse? Because this ain't working. We know we've seen the Queen of Pentacles, but you coming out like you all, leave the devil back there. Need I say more? You know, this is coming back to not even being the divine masculine. This is coming back to being that toxic masculine that was in your very last reading. Because he's still toxic. And he was just toxic from the very beginning with you, Divine Feminine. I don't even want to start getting into the reading on that. We're just going to leave this fellow alone. Because I don't like him. I don't like his energy. You know. It's worse than Divine Masculine's toxic feminine he's over there stuck with. I mean, it's worse than that. So, I don't even get into it. It's you, Divine Feminine, over here. I don't know what you're trying to make a decision on, but I really don't feel like it's a relationship situation. I really don't know what it is. I'm not gonna even sit here and try to pretend like maybe it could just be a living situation or job even. But I don't think that the situation is the wrong decision. I think you made the right decision. You're going to keep making the right decision because that's what you do, Divine Feminine. You're going to do what's best for you, but you're not going to do it in a selfish way. I don't like this toxic masculine because I feel like this toxic masculine has a lot of emotions, a lot of love for you, but I mean, if this is how you treat people you love, you probably rather would not mess with that anyway. You're fine doing whatever it is you're doing. I just wish I kind of could get into that with the, I'm gonna try with whatever you got going over there with your decision making. And it could have been just as simple as you actually cut that cord. I don't know, y'all. He needs to stop because he feels like he wants to do his come and get you kind of thing. But then, I mean, if you see in all of this kind of, what you think? He's got the roses. He's got a little picnic set up for you. He's got the horse in the background, knight in shining armor. Oh, it's so sweet. This also could be because you are Divine Feminine. So like at work, somebody's admiring all that, and this is some new thing coming towards you. That could very well be there. Is there somebody new, Miss Divine Feminine? Is there? Huh? You would know. I the way I put the card down here, he's looking at that like, hmm. Oh no, baby. That's way too many. Way too many. This might be somebody new, y'all. I feel like it's somebody new. And I don't think that's... I mean, if you have any... I don't think you have any idea about this. But... I don't know, y'all. You are divine feminine, and like I said, you have many, many admirers, male and female. Now, if somebody musters up the courage to come along and I don't think you want to hear it, divine feminine. I don't think you want to hear this kind of stuff, because you're still in this type of energy when it comes to it's like you want it, but then it's like if you thinking about it, you keep thinking about it. You're like, I don't know if I want this kind of commitment right now. I'm just not ready for it. I've been single all this time. You're not gonna come in and mess up my schedule here. Wait, what? Wait. Now I got all this stress that I didn't have before. I don't feel like I want to be in a relationship. So you might push that away real quick. Got a lot of hurt still inside from you do. Still a lot of hurt. And the way I'm looking at the heart, it's like two really big wounds in there. Like you ain't even open to that relationship. Like you not. You just so content being by yourself, and I don't think you're even going on dates like nothing. You're not doing anything with nobody. Why are you acting like that? Why are you being so aggressive? You getting aggressive, divine feminine? Wow. I don't know, this card doesn't seem aggressive, but you don't want to be aggressive. Got the Three of Cups and the Three of Wands. You're not trying to be aggressive. I mean, you go have people in a pretty good, happy energy. And then somebody says or does something, and it might make you... I think it really does surprise people too when this side of you comes out, because that is not what they're expecting. But you're also on your side looking at, well, I'm not expecting you to disrespect me either, so we're gonna have a problem, huh? I heard this thing on one of the shorts from YouTube or Facebook, one of them, and she was talking about, I'm peace, love, and light, but I'll peace, love, and light your house on fire if you know. Which is pretty much the case for the divine feminine. You have this enlightenment and all of this stuff that changed you, and people are expecting you to be like, while they're going, pop, pop, and you're supposed to go, wait, what? Wait, me being this quiet, not coming back at you type person is what brought me to this enlightenment in the first place. So you think I'm just gonna sit back and let it happen? So I mean, there's definitely something for the divine feminine that she's still not quite healed on. This is deep cellular healing, arterious energy, physical and emotional healing. This is deep for the divine feminine. Whereas this masculine over here might have, like the toxic masculine might have had one individual way in their past that hurt their poor widow heart. So they took it out on every person from that point on. Probably got to about 40, 50 years old and still being a jackass. While you're over here, never done anything like this to anybody. Never. This was always done to you. Every single person that you've ever known. Down to family members, friends, claiming to be friends kind of stuff. Alright. They know who they are. You don't have to name names. They know who they are. But you are continuously wanting to do what's divine. Like, you're not trying to go and retaliate on these people. You're not wishing them harm. You're not. You're moving on in life. You could care less. You're not thinking about all of that. They are. They are. Thinking about the shitty stuff they might have done to you, divine feminine. Thinking that you are still the problem. Like, what? What you mean? I'm still over here minding my business. I ain't got nothing to do with you. Oh, because I'm moving on? Because I ain't paying you no mind? What? That makes me the villain here? Okay. But, divine feminine gets it. So, I'm just gonna let divine feminine do her thing. And she's clearly gonna do it anyway, no matter how they're feeling. Because she's been doing it. She's gonna keep doing it. That's right, divine feminine. You keep doing it. I'm gonna go ahead and close this reading out, y'all. Peace, love, and light. But don't light his house on fire. And you never know, you might have to. You might have to. I love y'all.